Welcome to the show. This is Syndicate Tonight. I am your host, Spurge, and is joined always on a Monday at 8 o'clock. Still a little dizzy, still got some dizziness going on. Myself is the one and the only, the General Mr. Quincy Workman. How are you, sir?
I'm doing well, laughing at you,
I
but
know, I
I'm doing
know.
well.
I know. You got a special show earlier today.
What special show I got earlier?
Huh? Before the show, we were talking.
Oh, what show?
Remember?
No.
Before we got on, and then I messed up the link because it's typical me.
Oh, yeah. Well, we can't talk about that yet. I'm still waiting on
No,
dotted I's and stuff.
I'm talking about me when I messed up the link and hit record instead of go live.
Oh, that's what it did.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like an idiot, but that's all right.
I mean,
So
you're from Missouri. I
that
mean,
is
it's
true.
given to you. I mean, it's all part of
That
the
is
game.
true. And I'll be in Indy tomorrow.
Ugh.
So it is what it is, right?
I'm just happy for you. I mean, I guess.
I guess, right? Who knows, right? But anyways, Quincy, it's just me and you tonight, so I don't know how
It
long we're gonna
is.
go for. How
That's
long we
what
gonna go for?
I don't know.
It's been a
Man,
minute since it's been me and you
it has been a minute. We
on
might
this
have to
show.
venture into different things, you know.
Mm-hmm. Now, I do know this. There is something I do want to talk about on for the show,
Was good.
right?
Wait, man,
So,
they actually gonna hear my voice for a change. I don't get to be quiet.
no, I know, right? That's what's really going to be amazing to
I
people.
know.
And this is right from your guys' Facebook page. And I want to put this up real quick, and I want to play it if I can. Right? It's about this is about your
Our
preseason.
dollar campaign. Yeah, our dollar
No, your
campaign.
preseason game.
Yeah.
Yeah, here we go.
What's up, everybody? My name is Raekwon Smith. I go by Rabbit. I am one of the running backs for Texas Syndicate. I got some special to tell y'all today. We're giving away 1,000 free tickets to our preseason game against the Arkansas Nighthawks on May 23rd. All you got to do to claim these tickets is use my code, SLIT25. Don't wait. Grab these tickets now and see us in live action. I can't wait to see y'all.
So there you go. You're giving away 1,000 free tickets for
Correct.
the preseason game against
Correct.
the Arizona Nighthawks.
Arkansas.
Arkansas Nighthawks. I know. Quincy?
I'm here.
Not a bad idea.
I mean, no. I mean, we might as well give the guys. I mean, we're asking them to invest in us, so we might as well give them a preview, so they can come and see if it's something they want to get into. So
That's
I mean,
true.
yeah. I mean, that's not the only way. I mean, we actually have a few different giveaways that we got going on.
Okay, yeah.
So we have that code with the players. We also have where we with each school district, we've got promo codes for them. I think like 300 tickets per school district. We're also giving away tickets for that game to the graduating classes of each high school in the area. So I mean, as a preseason game, we wasn't really planning on that having one of those. So since we're having it, why don't we have the community come out and just preview us to see if it's something that they want to get behind or not?
Right, exactly. Now, Quincy, I do know I am looking at your pictures, right? Why are you sitting so back so far?
Because I'm not home, man. I'm in Houston, and this chair is difficult. I'm not used to this chair. It's like way back. I'm used to having my chair. So
something else exciting. Oh, look at this, Quincy. What do we have here?
Torture.
Is that what that is? Torture?
Dude, I had to go back in. So I'm a logistician by trade almost. So we had to go through and recount everything and separate it in the pile. So when I go to make their bags and make their hand receipts out, I have an accurate count. But that's the equipment that came in so far.
So you have equipment.
Oh, we have equipment. We have travel paid for all of our games. We're ready to go.
You guys are moving right along. I mean, and it keeps going.
It keeps
the
going.
Equipment that you have. We're gonna get to that picture there in a minute.
Okay, yeah, we talk about
that. That's a lot of equipment, Quincy.
I mean, it's not really a lot.
That's not a lot.
No, I mean, but it's enough to get the team started. That's all their practice gear. That's they shoulder pads, practice pants, girdles. Well, I think I had the mouthpieces.
Yeah.
Practice jerseys. Everything they need to practice, other than their helmet and their cleats, was out there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I mean, not a bad look. I mean, not bad, but what people don't realize is that there's a lot to get one of these teams up and going.
Boy, and it's me. We're doing this. Kind of. We're a one-man show. I can't wait for get through this year, and then I can get a lot of other people to start doing this. But as you can see, that's in my house, separating, and then next week I'm gonna have to go back through again with one of my friends, and we're gonna go through and separate everything, put everything in the bags for everybody. So when they come in, they just get their little hand receipt, from in my military terms, check everything out, sign off, and go about their business. Everything is nice, smooth, efficient. We ain't got to waste too much time. Take about 15, 20 minutes. Have everything issued out. They're good to go.
Is that how that works?
That's how it's supposed to go. We'll see if it actually goes that way, but that's how it's supposed to go.
Is that how it works? I just got a message from somebody. Hold on. On my page on the X Fan Show. This is Syndicate Tonight. Okay. So they're telling me about a player signed by the Toros.
Which one is that? I mean,
this one here. I don't know. This one is Joe Evans.
Let me see.
Huh?
Let me see him. I haven't. I've been kind of busy with some other things. I haven't really seen too many of the signings lately.
Oh, here it is. Why are we putting a Toros person on Syndicate Tonight?
He's a D lineman. I'm not. I mean, he's from UTSA. I mean, they're excited because they have a bunch of people from UTSA. Yeah,
they do. I will say that they do have a bunch of those guys.
I mean, we got to give them something to be excited about. You know what I'm saying? They have to. They all can't just be organic. They got to get their things out there. So I mean, that's whatever. We go with that. Hey, Josh, I love you. I love you, Josh. We good. But I have to.
Hey, listen. I will say this. I did tell you about a player. You
did.
That you said you should go and look at.
Correct.
Do you remember who that player was?
It was the lineman they signed, isn't it?
Yeah. Not just any lineman, but this was a very large lineman. He stood at 6'7".
I thought it was 6'9". He's 6'7".
I think he's 6'7".
Yeah, I know him.
Oh, yeah, you do?
He was with I know where his story came because he was with my son was with him when he first got to the Gunslingers the year before last.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, you did tell me about him. I didn't reach out, or if we did reach out, it was a different circumstance at the time. But you got to remember, when you told me about him, a lot of people really wasn't feeling us yet because we didn't have a lot of teams out there. It was really just us and Ohio at that time.
No, the Toros were already there.
But nobody was really feeling us at that time.
There's my man, Lacoby Tucker.
Yeah, he's a good dude. I like him.
Lacoby is a great guy.
Yeah, he's a real good dude. I remember, like I said, I remember when he came to the Gunslingers that first time.
Mm-hmm. Now, here's the thing. I love Lacobe. Don't get me wrong. I love Lacobe. Lacobe's 6'7", 6'9", 290 pounds. Just a beast in the weight room and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, I got a defensive end that's going to make him look like trash, though, but we good.
But what we're seeing in this league and with the continental shift and all of that, right? How well will somebody that big actually translate over into this league is the question you really have to ask yourself. You know what I'm saying?
That fourth quarter is going to be that fourth quarter is going to be something fierce.
It's going to be a little tough, right?
Yeah, that's a little bit what I'm worried about a little bit, but you gotta plan around it.
Right. But I will say this. Can I give a cheap plug on this show?
To who?
To myself and the wife.
Oh yeah.
We're getting ready to start our new show called the House Divided Sports. Husband and wife talking about sports, and Lacobe's going to be our first guest.
I'm upset. You plugging somebody else, you plugging your show on my show, but I can't even be one of the first guests. You gonna tell me somebody else is gonna be there first?
Well, do you want to bring you and your wife on? You want to bring you and your wife on the show?
Man, my wife ain't getting on the show.
Okay, there you go. So
no,
I do it. Listen, I mean, I do a show. I do a show with you every week. You know what I mean?
Good. I'm happy for you guys, man. That's a good thing. That's good stuff.
So yeah, so we're gonna so he's gonna be one of our first guests. We got a couple first guests that we're gonna have.
Hey, is the receiver gonna be on there?
Which receiver?
The one out of Arizona that was at the I think they were on the.
Oh, Malik McLean.
Yeah,
I'm sure we could probably get him on the show.
That's a good dude too, man.
Yeah, Malik is a good dude. You know,
but you would have signed when I offered them back at the Gridiron Showcase, and I would have had one of the tall receivers. But
I bet you would have. I mean, yeah, okay, Quincy. We don't really talk about other leagues on this show, but I want to ask you something as an owner. Okay.
All right.
There is
a. Wait. Do I have to answer honestly, or do I have to answer politically? Which one?
I want you to answer as an owner.
You still got two answers. I can answer as. No, I got you. Go ahead. I'm just messing with you.
Well, hold on. I'll pull it up. Okay, I'll pull the tweet up that I want to talk to you about, because it's funny, because I wanted to talk to you about this in particular because of you being an owner of a team, right? And I wanted to see how you would see this. You know what I mean? So that's the reason why I'm actually glad I just thought of this, because I want to see what you would say of this, okay? So, you know who Ricky Pearson Jr. is?
Yeah, he was that receiver. He was a receiver from the Rams, right?
Well, that, and he
now he's the coach.
Got cut from the had an injury payment settlement worker comp type thing from the Seattle Seahawks, right? Okay. Now, here's what he says. I'm getting blackballed. I would love if Blank Nation could back me up. I've had multiple teams reach out to me to try to sign me, but the league isn't allowing me to play in the league of opportunity. Okay, now, Quincy, let me ask you this. Okay? If you're a coach, right, and you know a player who's had an injury and then they took a settlement payment for another team, right? Are you going to sign that player?
Ooh. Damn. That's a good one. Honestly, probably not. Business minded, Probably not, because you have to take all of that into consideration.
Okay.
It would have to be a lot of I'll kind of put it like marriage. Like a lot of people when they get married the first time and they go around and they be like everything's all laddy daggedy and it's all good, then they get a divorce.
Mm-hmm.
And then usually that second time around, they want prenups and everything in place to protect them from things that might have happened in the first one.
Uh-huh.
But they still want to be married because they like the institution, they like the togetherness or whatnot. But in case of things don't working out, they want that protection. So in that kind of case, it will have to be some major protections put in place for me to personally sign someone like that. And I mean, it might not be the best thing to say, but you have to protect your organization as the owner.
Now, no, go ahead, finish.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. You have to protect the organization. Like, but as a feel-good person, I would love to. I'll probably, let's do it. But then I also have to think about the business side of everything, and that's one of the things that one of the reasons why I'm down in Houston right now is because people have to. I look at everything from a personal and heartfelt side. I need some people to actually tell me the hard business side of things to make everything a little bit more marketable. So I have to. That's why I'm with the people that I'm with now down in Houston, not at home right now, as y'all can see in the background with whatever we got. But I have to actually learn and have some people come in and hey, you need to look at this as well. It's good for you to be who you are and have your morals and have your moral compass and do the things which you got to do. But you also have to remember there is a business aspect to running and owning and operating a team and being in a league that if you don't start looking into, you're not going to have a team or you're not going to be in the league long. So, you have to look at all those things.
Right. Okay. So, because there is this growing sentiment that these players he is being blackballed, right? And that's the narrative that he's wanting to spin.
I could say it could be a possibility, but he will also have to look at, playing devil's advocate, you got to look at everything as a business and not take it personal. And that's what a lot of athletes don't do when they get into these big time contracts and they get into these professional leagues. It is also a business. Like I said, I have to learn it too for myself as a owner. It is also a business that you have to figure out and you have to do things. Like my coaches, my GM, my coaches, we get into it a lot behind the scenes because they want to move in ways that might be a smarter business move for us. But I'm still stubborn and I'm not there yet to where I'm not letting go of what our principles and everything are. I mean, so I can understand where he's coming from on that a little bit.
Right. This is Syndicate Tonight. I am your host, Spurge. Right over there joining me every Monday night is the general, Mr. Quincy Workman. He is the owner, operator of the Texas Syndicate. You can go to wefunder.com/COFL Syndicate and become an owner of this team. And Drip Drop is the official hydration drink of the Texas Syndicate football team. What is it you got now?
We just got a new owner.
You did?
Yeah. Hold on. Let me find out.
Oh, look, the wife says she completely understands that. Quincy.
Thank you. I mean, I'm growing. I'm learning. I'm evolving and, maneuvering. You have to do some of those things sometimes.
Sometimes is that how it works?
Yeah,
You think so? That's how it works, right?
Unfortunately. I mean, I would love to just be rigid, but, I can't. I have to look at the bigger picture on things sometimes.
Yeah.
And like I said, I'm still learning.
Did you get your new owner yet?
What new owner?
You said you had a new owner.
No.
Well, I just talked about.
Oh yeah, I'm
Syndicate
looking. I'm looking for his name. Hold on.
Oh my god.
Hey man, yo, I mean, I'm not on my Wi-Fi. I'm on somebody else's Wi-Fi, and it doesn't work the
You just
same.
can't look at your phone.
I'm on my phone. It's just not working,
Oh, why do you have Wi-Fi on?
dude. Because I'm in Houston.
You got bad cell phone service?
Yes, and it's storming out here, and it's flooding and everything else.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
Oh, that sounds like fun.
I mean, I have a truck, so it's okay for me.
It don't matter. You can have a truck and it's still flood.
Not when I got 4-wheel drive and I know what I'm doing. I know what not to go into.
You know that's not how that works, right?
It does for me.
No, that's not how that works. You know
It
that,
does.
right?
Yeah, George, oh, Baidu, Baidu, Baidoo Jr. I butchered your name, man. I'm sorry, but yeah, he's one of our newest owners. Man, he just signed up today.
What is she saying? Quincy, I know who is giving you all that info. I wonder what she means by that.
I don't know. Yeah. Hey, tell me later.
Yeah, tell me later too. I'd like to.
But yeah, we doing well. I mean, our WeFunder is starting to grow a little bit. People are starting to buy into us as a community owned. So I really appreciate you guys for that. We're going to try to deliver a very good product. Hence another reason why I'm here, to make sure we are more marketable, to make sure you guys don't lose out in any investments that you guys decide to do within us. Our dollar campaign is actually doing very well as well now.
Yeah, you did ruffle little feathers with that one.
I did, but I have to be honest with you, man. I'm still one of those people. So I understand. I'm not saying everybody doesn't understand that struggle or whatnot, but I had an honest conversation with actually my mother before we did this.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, baby, I would love to be able to help out and, donate and help out to you. But, I can't afford to give $100 to your WeFunder campaign, to become a part owner or something like that. She's like, why don't you just give the everyday people who wants to help out, but, might not be able to do that, give them an avenue to, show that they want to support you. So that's how we came out with the WeFunder campaign. I mean, the dollar ad. And it was also my general manager kind of brought it up a while ago. So he had the idea first. So I would give Ned the credit for having it first. And then my mother kind of reinforced it. So once mommy says, things should be done a certain way, you have to. I'm scared of my mama still. So
now I know that me and you had talked about it, and you'd asked me my opinion, and I had two different takes on it.
Yeah.
Right? I was I get why.
It's like politics. Everybody has two different takes.
Right. I get why you're doing it. I was like, but then at the same time, you were afraid that it could weaken your brand, and you were like, well, in this area, your thing is that not everybody can afford that $100. So it could actually help my brand.
Correct.
So, I mean, it's a double-edged sword. I mean, I guess it is with anything as running a business, Quincy. It's a double-edged sword, I would say. Correct?
Yeah, I'll put it like this. Our travel is paid for already. So my teams will go to all-day travel. Our equipment is paid for already. So we will be on the field. Our uniforms are already purchased. So we are ready to execute what we have to execute. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So it's not that for those that might think that the league is going to fail or that the syndicate is going to fail. Oh no, I've made it my purpose to make sure we had enough to make sure we're going to function and we're going to play and we're going to do everything. So that campaign is really for those that want to help out to ensure that we can do what we have to do. But for the nuts and bolts are in there. We're locked in. May 15th, everybody's going to report. May 16th, we have our camp and meet and greets. which we have 2 camps going on. One camp will be for tackle male football players, to learn from our pro players. Second part of that camp, we have a flag football aspect to the camp for the female athletes out there that want to go into flag football. And we're trying to have scouts from a bunch of the local colleges for both sets to come out there and, view the talent that we have out there. So
now it's funny that you say flag football, because flag football in Texas has started to become very, very big.
Oh, correct. It is. I mean, our host stadium, actually, they host the flag football for part of the Austin area. So a lot of the schools are out there every Wednesday. So if you guys are out there and you want to go see some action, some very good action, Wednesdays, starting at around 5:30, they start play. And they got the field split up in thirds. You got 3 games going on at the same time, and you will be amazed at some of the talent and the athleticism you will see out there right now.
Right, because here you guys are having yours on May 16th at the field.
Correct.
1440 West Pecan Street from 10 to 2. It's $50 to register. And that gives them an official shirt bag, or an official shirt, swag, exclusive water bottle, and complimentary lunch.
And they get a ticket to the game. And they get a ticket to the game.
And they get the ticket to the game, right? And then you're also going to have the collegiate and recruiting coordinators there in attendance. I guess is that Hendrix College will be there?
Correct. That's the first one that's committed. We're still working on getting a few more out there during that time frame.
Right. So that, so that'd be something cool right there. Now, Quincy, I do got a bone to pick with you though, bro.
What now?
I do kind of have a bone to pick with you, bro. As you can see it down there in the bottom. Can you see it what I'm getting ready to pop up? Can you see it down there? Getting ready to pop up.
I see Weef under it. Oh, the helmets. Yeah, we had to change the helmets. We had to change the helmets.
Okay, at least can I say this, okay?
Go ahead.
If you do it, can you at least go with the bottom combination?
The bottom combination?
Yes.
The players voted on the top combination. I'll do it like this. I'll switch it up for next year. Next year, I'll do the bottom combination.
Well, no, I mean, it's up to whatever the players voted for.
I mean, that's for this year, but for next year, I can switch it up for you.
What made you come up with this idea?
So, you want honesty?
I mean, listen, I do like it that it's just the Syndicate Bandit. I do like that. Right?
So, to be honest with you, we came up with this idea because of the fact that it would have taken too long for us to get it would have taken too long for us to get the painted helmets. So for us to get the silver helmets that we were going to go with in the beginning, it would have taken too long to get them in. So to ensure that we had the season, we had to adapt.
See, okay, again, you're showing the difficulties that it is for getting equipment for a team.
Yeah.
People don't realize that this takes time to get this stuff.
Yo, it is. I would know this. We will be well prepared next year for everything we got going on.
What is this? Post-game tee. When are the jerseys going to be available for fans? Well, let me answer. You're actually working on replica jerseys for fans as we speak. Two different types.
So 2 weeks, we should have the link up for you to be able to pre-order jerseys.
And you'll get them before game time.
Yeah, hopefully by next week we'll have those up so you can pre-order and you can have them in. I was working with a few different companies to try to make sure we will be able to get everything in. We were, as everybody will probably come into knowing we're another part of business is when you get things even when you buy from companies in the US, the tariffs and a few other things are helping with shipping costs, and shipping everything is kind of crazy right now.
There he is, the man I like to call the insider.
What's up?
Of the Continental Football League. The man who actually came up with the name, the People's League, and then me and Arlington stole it from him and started using it on the X-Fan show.
Hey, Mike, I need to talk with you, man, because I got somebody who you might need to link up with.
Do you know how busy this guy is?
Yeah, but I mean, he wants to do some things that Mike want to do that I think will. I mean, if they link up, they might be able to, create a not saying too loud, but a Florida branch to everything. So, that piss off a lot more people. You have a Texas branch of a league and then have a Florida branch of a league. That might.
Oh, yeah. Now, Quincy, I do got to ask you this. This is one thing I find interesting because you actually have a very good quarterback already.
Yeah.
And then you bring in another guy.
Correct.
Who really isn't too shabby at all.
No.
Mr. Will King III. Could you possibly have a quarterback controversy starting?
I will be honest with you, and I will say no.
Okay.
We do not. And I know a lot of other owners probably wouldn't say this, and my coaching staff is probably going to be mad at me. But Jeremy knows that the job is his to win or lose.
Okay.
Right? And Mr. King also knows that the job this year is for him to lose. But Mr. King also knows that next year's job is for him to win or lose. Jeremy's only going to be with us 1 year.
Okay.
Regardless of the fact, I think I might have said this on one of my podcasts or something before. He is very he's really playing because of the relationship that we had.
Right.
So it's like, I'm not, for lack of better words, I'm not going to say a make or break year for him as far as football concerned, but he was content, with not playing, but he came to play because I asked him to and because I was starting something new. So Mr. King really has the opportunity to either win the starting job or to position himself to where he has a starting job next year, regardless of the fact. So I'm not going to say it's a controversy, because Jeremy already knows he has to come in and win it. And that just right there just made it more, just gave him more of a viable component or opponent to make sure he comes in on his game, just to make sure he's ready to do what he has to do. He can't come in complacent. He knows that he has somebody that's fully capable, just like him, that can come in and do what he does. So just to keep that edge up.
Right. I got it. That's the only reason I'm asking, because I just saw the signing. So I was like, oh, let's ask about it. This is Syndicate Tonight. I am Spurge, sitting right there, who joins me every Monday and who is very talkative tonight because we don't have a guest tonight, is the one and the only, the General Quincy Workman, the owner, operator of the Texas Syndicate. You can go to wefunder.com/COFL Syndicate and become an owner of this team. And we are also brought to you by Drip Drop. They are the official hydration drink of the Texas Syndicate. All right. So, Quincy, I want to go through, because it's just being used. So this is kind of interesting to get in the back scenes. What's going on? Why you keep looking at your phone? You got something exciting happening?
Yeah. Hold on.
Uh-oh. Who's calling in?
That's another story. We have to talk about that one offline. The call in, the text, we can talk about in a second.
The call in. You get somebody call you while we were on the show?
Yeah.
Do we need to end the show early?
No.
Oh.
No. Okay. So we have some
We have some what?
we're looking at bringing in another coach.
Okay.
So we're going through some negotiations right now. And they're just
Okay.
texting me about it.
The work of an owner. Now, Quincy, let's talk about that because there's times where we do this show and you are always distracted.
I was never distracted. I can multitask very well, thank you.
You're just saying you're always doing something. And it always seems to be between that 8 o'clock hour where we're doing this show, where something's always happening. Explain to people what it's really like being the owner of a football team.
I will put it to everybody like this. If I knew everything that it took beforehand, I might not have done it. This is it's a nonstop it's a nonstop gig, and especially with this being a startup in our first year of doing everything, and we don't have a full infrastructure made just yet. It's me and my marketing director and my general manager, and we have a few people helping us, but we're running everything from finances to bookkeeping to travel arrangements to purchasing equipment to researching equipment to doing all of it right now. So it's a learning experience per se, but I will also say that I've had experience from the military and some of the things that we've had to do right there that has made it a little bit easier for me to be able to do this and multitask and do more than one thing at the same time, or be able to accomplish my full-time job on top of accomplishing the things with the team, on top of accomplishing being the vice president of a nonprofit to being the organization of another nonprofit. So, I mean, it's just a lot of moving pieces. You just got to make sure you do what you got to do.
Right. And in just the little bit that I know with doing what I'm doing with the Capitals, I mean, you're right. It is a lot that the owners go through. And I'm just doing it by making the phone call and getting the appointment set up and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
Now, y'all should be in some owners meetings.
I'm not an owner, so I can't be in an owner's meeting.
I understand that, but I'm just saying. I mean, get in some of our owners meetings. It's it can be interesting at times.
Right. Now, we are going to wrap the show up a little early tonight because it is just me and you, and you're a busy guy, But there is something I want to ask you. You said you went back to, what was it you were saying? Something about May 16th. Oh, reporting to camp.
So yeah, so
you got the guys coming into camp, right?
Correct.
Now, if you really look at it, you're what, 30 days away almost?
No.
To kick off, just a little over 30 days away.
What kick? You talking about the first preseason game or the first regular season game?
First, I mean, if you want to consider the preseason game, then yeah, you're just a little over 30 days.
Yeah, preseason we're really just a little over. We're 33 days.
Yeah,
give or take.
So all of this hard work that you've done, right? What's it going to be like when you see the Syndicate take the field for the first time?
It's going well. I don't know, but I'm hoping it's like that first child, or when you see a child being born, and it's like you just like, wow, that's something that I was a part of creating, and it's actually here. So yeah, I mean that's basically how it. I mean, I mean, for lack of better
So
words,
it
because
means you may shed a tear.
I mean, yeah. Uh, for that one, I might not. Now, if when one of the players at the end of the season gets signed by one of the majors or get invited to a camp or a tryout or something like that, I might shed a tear then.
No, I think you'll shed a tear for, like you said, when that first game and the ball is kicked and there it is. You
I ain't
see
that's
it,
all.
all
I'm
all the hard work that you've done,
no, because I'm
all the
prepared for that one.
naysayers.
I'm prepared for that one. I'm prepared for that one. I'm locked in for that one. That's the one I'm locked. Especially that first game when San Antonio bringing up all these party buses of people to come up to play us, and we showed them what we really made of. I'm ready. I'm ready for that one. It's that the next one. Whenever you see these guys that you've been working with or you've talked to, and they told you their stories, and you actually be able to help them, you know, almost accomplish that dream you want. That's that one that you might actually get a tear jerk out of me for that one.
Is that the one that's going to get you?
Yeah, because that's what gets me when I talk to my track kids and my football kids is when they sign that scholarship and they go play and they place first or they get that they get to that point that they're training for. That's the one that kind of gets me.
Is that the one that gets you?
Yeah, that's the one. The preparation I'm
That's the
getting.
one.
Yeah, it's seeing them almost get to that first finish line this way crosses me over. You know what I'm saying?
That's what it is.
That's what it is.
Are you sure?
I'm positive. You know what I'm saying? I'm good.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
All right. We got anything else?
Um.
Because I think I've touched on everything that I wanted to on our impromptu show.
Yeah, I think that's about it. We got some exciting things coming up the pipe. So it might not be on this show this week, but hopefully by Thursday, if you watch the Thursday show, we might have some exciting news.
Oh yeah,
Some.
Thursday show's getting way more better stuff than we are.
I mean, because they're later in the week. We're like in the beginning. We're like right after the weekend. I mean,
I'm giving you trouble.
I know, but now during the season, we're gonna be it. You know what I'm saying? We get everything.
Oh, you think so?
Come on, we're right after the last game. I mean, luckily I don't have any Sunday games now, so we have a day to decompress and then formulate. I mean, we might be a little bit sad because we might be winning our games and y'all might lose y'all games, and you can't come on my show sad, and vice versa. So I can't come on the show.
Wait, what? I'm trying to figure out here. What show? I have set my bias aside. I don't know how many times.
Wait, I can't. I have to be a little bit competitive
on this show. Have I not?
You have, but I have to.
Oh, okay. I'm just curious here.
Come on, dude. I'm known as the trash talking little brother of the league.
Yeah, I know. I can tell.
Yeah, so I have to abide by the persona that I've putting out there, even though I'm quiet on the show most of the time. Because I have respect for you and I love your journalistic skill sets of how you get things out of the guests. So
you are the first person in the world to say I have journalistic integrity. First person in the world to ever say that about me.
It has to come from somewhere. It has to start somewhere, man. I'm giving you your flowers early. It's inspiration.
Bro, there's something seriously wrong with you if you think that I have journalistic integrity. But I do
It's
appreciate it.
inspiration.
Thank you very Thank you. It inspires me to be a better broadcaster.
There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Now we just gotta get you know that.
Suit and tie. You want me to start wearing a suit and tie? A collared shirt and tie?
No, hell no.
Huh? Start fixing my hair?
Nah, we can't do all that.
No. All right. With that being said, this is Syndicate Tonight. I am Spurge. Right there is the General. You can find us every Monday night. Make sure you tune in to Thursday night Behind the Syndicate with Coach Champagne and
RJ.
Forgot his name. Huh?
Really? RJ. Hey, we need to get him to do our commercials, man.
He does. He does them very good. With that being said, we will see you guys next week.